It all began at this point, when a father decided to save his son. He sent him to a planet called Earth. There, he wanted him to live his life amongst people who wouldn't be a threat to his life. When that boy arrived, he was picked up by an old man who decided to take care of him. The thing was, that boy was different. He wasn't like everyone. It wasn't just the fact that the boy was an alien to this planet. That boy was evil. He didn't care about anyone, even at his age. He just wanted destruction. He didn't want anything else. His grandfather Gohan tried to take care of him, but the evil inside that boy was too great to handle. Until one accident happened. One accident that changed everything about that boy. That was when he fell on his head. It was like everything changed. The evil that he had was just gone. Like it was sealed away in his mind. He was different. But that doesn't mean the evil and his instincts aren't gone. But what if something happened and Goku got a devastating shock to his head, to the point that the evil that he once had is all back? This is the story of that accident and what follows. This is the story of Dragon Ball after. It follows the events after Dragon Ball Z, when Goku went with Oob to train him. It doesn't take into account Dragon Ball GT. It's a fan-made manga, so don't take it as canon. With that, we begin the story with explaining the main plot point of it. We go back to the scene with Raditz, where he even says that he doesn't remember where he came from since that accident when he hit his head. Master Roshi tells the story of that time. We know what happened then, we saw it in the anime. But after that point, he became a good guy. Now we know what happened before. We go back to the future, where Goku is training Oob. At this point, he wants him to be the protector of Earth, because if anything happened to him, Oob will be there to protect it. We see from their fight, Goku is training Oob, honing his abilities and his fighting style. Oob isn't strong enough to keep up with Goku, so he tells him to come at him with his full power, and that's exactly what they do. As Oob charges at him, we could see his power, the power of Majin Buu. He gets behind Goku and punches him so hard on his head that he sends him flying down, and from that shock, Goku is really hurting. As he falls down, Oob charges at him once more, but he notices something as we get to see when Goku's laying there. His aura changed. Something happened to him. Something that Oob doesn't know. Goku turns around and we see his face. He has black lines around his eye. He's different. From his looks, you could see that he's more evil now. Even Oob feels it. Something about him is off as he stands there with his evil aura. Something happens to his head. He's back to how he was. He's not evil anymore. He says that he just knocked him senseless. That's what happened. It wasn't that big of a deal. And even half the reason he trained him was for his own pleasure, as they have a laugh at that. They say their goodbyes. Until Oob gets stronger, they will fight once more. As he leaves, Goku's gonna instant transmission back to his home. But again, he feels that in him. His aura changes once more, as all of his memories of his friends, his family, and the ones that he loves rush in his head. They vanish. From all of his ki, his memories of his emotions, his ki explodes to the point that Piccolo feels it, and even Vegeta feels it. Even King Kai knows what happened. This time, it might really be all over. Now he completely transformed. From his looks, his aura is different. It's not just the Super Saiyan, his eyes, the lines of his aura. This is not the Goku that we know. As Oob is heading to his home, from nowhere Goku comes in and attacks him. Oob doesn't know what's happening. Is this training? Is this not? He just wants to know why did he hit him like that. Who is Goku? He doesn't know his earthly name, but he says, make no mistake, I am not Goku. As he powers up and screams, he says, I am the Saiyan warrior, Kakarot. With that, he goes once more at Oob. As their fight is going on, he's beating Oob, so he tries to run from him to tell the others of what's happening. He knows that this is Goku, but he's different somehow. He gets hit by a beam that gets through his chest. He's not escaping this time. Now we see his true Saiyan instincts. He says since he wants to run, he will kill him now. This is the biggest change. This is not Goku, the Goku that we all knew. He fires a Kamehameha at him. Oob gets behind him and fires a ki blast. Even though he's hurt, he's not giving up. He took a huge blow to his head. That's what happened to Goku. He says that he's not Goku, he's Kakarot. His memories are confused. He doesn't remember who he actually is. The fight continues. Goku's fighting to take Oop out. He notices that, and now he knows he's probably not gonna make it from this fight. Because of that, he powers up and uses all of his power, the power of Majin Buu. He charges at him. The outcome of the fight is now different. He's stronger than Goku. As the last attack, he kicks him to the air and teleports behind him. He charges a punch. As soon as he's about to finish the fight, he stops. This is Goku. He sees all of the memories of the both of them. He doesn't want to finish his master and his friend. So he stops. He just can't do it. That changes the outcome. As Oop is crying, he gets hit by Goku. He punched him with all of his power on his stomach. He didn't care about Oop. First of all, he doesn't know who he is. His memories of him are just gone. As Oop is falling, someone flies there. It's Vegeta. He tells Goku what's going on. Explain yourself. He isn't as usual. This isn't the Goku that he knew. Goku just wants to fight Vegeta. He tells him to quit yapping and just come at him. This is it. The moment that the both of them been waiting for, the redemption of Vegeta, and Goku proving that he's stronger than him. Vegeta fires the Big Bang attack at Goku with no effect. After that, he flies away and Goku follows him. Fat Buu is there. He's gonna heal Oop. Vegeta knows that Goku is still superior to him, so he drops down. It seems like Vegeta didn't get stronger to bridge the gap between the two of them. Vegeta starts explaining what the Super Saiyan transformations are. That Super Saiyan multiplies the fighting ability by 2, and Super Saiyan 2 multiplies the power of Super Saiyan 1 by 2. The one with the higher ki or fighting power is stronger, and now Goku is stronger than him, even in Super Saiyan 2, but only if they're both at the same stage of transformation. As Vegeta says, he powers up. This is the rightful form of the Saiyan Prince of Destruction, Vegeta. His eyes changed. We see that puppet is power. He's using it in his form. He says that he's now able to draw power over his limit without being controlled by anyone. Their fight continues as Goku goes at him. They're exchanging blows one after the other. No one is winning. As Goku gets a hit, so does Vegeta. We could see that they're both enjoying it, even though Earth and the universe is at stake. But they're enjoying this fight. This is one of the Saiyans' instincts. They stop the fight. For now, no one is winning. Goku tells him that even with the gap in the Super Saiyan 2 transformation between them, Vegeta found a way to bridge that gap, and he's a genius for that. But Vegeta tells him that he is the genius. He's not afraid to admit it. Goku was always one step ahead of him, and the gap was too big to fill. Back then, when he trained Gohan, he made a balanced Super Saiyan 1 form of him. But what Vegeta only cared about at that point is increasing his fighting power, and he never got that balance. And even his son couldn't train him like how Goku trained Gohan. They spent all this time without the same result. In comparison, Goku was able to unleash all of his Super Saiyan 1 power, and Gohan even surpassed that by transforming into Super Saiyan 2. And during the fight with Buu, he swallowed his pride and surrendered to Bobby. But when he thought that he caught up to him, he was just one step ahead of him once more, transforming into Super Saiyan 3. He always was one step ahead of him, and that tore Vegeta's pride into pieces. And thanks to that, his eyes had been opened. So he went to Karen's tower because he seeked to hone his abilities and strength. As Vegeta is still in the story, Goku just powers up and transforms to a Super Saiyan. Gohan knows what's happening. Both Goku and Vegeta are fighting, but he doesn't know why. Piccolo tells him, don't interfere. Something happened to his mind, and his gentle persona was replaced with a vicious urge to destroy, just like when he was a kid. His most primal Saiyan instincts were locked away, deep in his subconscious. Unlike Vegeta, he never overcome them. It's just tragic irony. Their opponent is familiar to them, and yet a complete stranger. Piccolo tells him that there's a way to win. They need to gather the Dragon Balls. He's counting on Gohan when all hell breaks loose. Back on the battlefield, Vegeta smiles and charges his final flash. As Vegeta fires it towards him, he just blocks the final flash with one hand, sending it back at Vegeta. So he tries once more. He fires key blasts at him, but they're just pointless. He doesn't have the speed or the strength to win. As Vegeta says, as he is now, he has no chance to win. He's not afraid to admit that. He always struggled to come to terms with this, but that's the reality. Goku's just stronger than him. Vegeta powers down. Even Goku tells him, why did you do that? Now we get back to the time that he trained on King Kai's planet. He's at the snake way. He goes all the way and flies to King Kai's planet. As he's there, we get to see him having talks with King Kai and training there. But at the end, he says that he wants to learn the Kaio-ken, but what he believes that he can do is go Super Saiyan and combine that with Kaio-ken, which will give him Super Kaio-ken. That's his goal on King Kai's planet, to achieve the Super Kaio-ken. As we go back to the future, Vegeta says that yeah, he has a trick up his sleeve, a technique that can overwhelm Super Saiyan 3. As he powers up, we see the tremendous ki that he has. Now he transformed to a Super Kaio-ken. He charges at Goku, but even with Kaio-ken, he's still losing. Goku's beating him. Even Vegeta is not fast enough. He's losing this fight. He says to Vegeta that he's not fighting a man. He's fighting the greatest warrior that the universe has birthed. The arrogance in his words just reminds us with Vegeta when he first came. And even now with how he is with his Saiyan pride. Goku has that Saiyan pride now. As the fight continues, Vegeta is still losing, but it's weird. Even though they have a gap in power, but he's hardly hurting. The cat is out of the bag now. Vegeta powers up. We could see his tremendous ki. Kaio-ken times 20. He somehow managed to get the power of Super Saiyan with Kaio-ken times 20. Now, as we can see, his power level is stronger than Goku. With that ends this part of our story. This was Dragon Ball After. This is what Goku will turn into if he somehow got his memories back. And this manga showed us to this point how will this accident change the scheme of things. This was Dragon Ball After. Here where we end the story for now. Thank you for watching, and saying that, I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.